Good evening, guys. I'm back once again with another analysis. Why Gachagua may not survive the Senate. Why Gachagua may not survive the Senate. Basically, what we're going to do in this analysis, we're going to look at the Constitution. What does the Constitution provide in terms of vis-a-vis the charges that have been leveled against the Deputy President Gachagua. So as we know, this thing or the hearing or the impeachment hearing will take place at the plenary. So there will be no special committee constituted to consider those charges and file back a report with the Senate. They will hear the Deputy President row his word against would be heard in front of all Kenyans. So then, what really are we looking at? What really are we looking at? So let us read the Constitution. It is important that we find our grounding, as I always say, in the Constitution. What does the Constitution provide under that circumstance? So Article 145.7 provides that if at least 2/3 of all members of the Senate vote to uphold any impeachment charge, the Deputy President shall cease to hold office. Any of the impeachment charge, that is very critical. That is very critical. So we say, as we always say, that the devil is in the detail. So whoever is advising the Deputy President right now must be looking at this thing and actually trying to understand which of these grounds is bad for the Deputy President or is more likely to hurt him. So which of those grounds? The background of an advocate basically is to look at bad facts and good facts when you are presented with a case. And I believe the Deputy President is surrounded by top legal minds who will be looking at those grounds and considering which of these grounds is more serious or more harming to the Deputy President, and possibly concentrate a lot of their effort in trying to disprove those, whether there are two or more of those grounds. And the ones which are a bit lighter can have less of a focus. So then, because all the Senate needs to do is to find him liable in just one. So that is basically what it is being communicated, or what the Constitution is communicated. It does not need to, it is going to consider all of the grounds of impeachment that have been presented to it from the National Assembly, but they can only use one. That is the only thing. They can only use one to impeach him. And if you want to see the pointer, when Aaron Cheriot, and I advise that you go watch his statement today, Aaron Cheriot really emphasized on that aspect of we can only find him even one or guilty of even one of those grounds, then he is impeached. So I really don't think that they're going to concentrate so much on finding him. Even for them, I don't think they're going to concentrate so much on dealing with each and every aspect. They may say, let those ones go. We can give you those small wins, but eventually there is one particular one which they are targeting and which they are going to ensure that they have a very strong argument against the Deputy President. So my advice to the Deputy President and his legal team is to look at those charges and see which of these charges are more hurtful to the Deputy President. Which of those charges are more hurtful? For one, if you consider our discussion yesterday, then there are others which you could say are more harmful to the Deputy President and he needs to take more seriously. For instance, when you speak about the aspect of gross misconduct. The aspect of gross misconduct, the manner in which is dealt with some state officers, and this issue of corruption, the KEMSA thing, and also the issue of his children and using these companies to acquire wealth. That, I believe, is going to form a big chunk of discussions before the Senate. So the best strategy is to concentrate on the charges which they may deem to be more harmful. They give it a lot of weight. They try to find weaknesses on the evidence from the other side and poke holes on those evidence. He may end up not winning even with that strategy, but he may have vindicated himself in the eyes of the public, because as at right now, in terms of what happened at the National Assembly, the Deputy President has gained a lot of sympathy coming from Mount Kenya region, especially. And in fact, not from Mount Kenya region only, there are other people from other regions who feel that the Deputy President is unfairly being targeted. So if he also goes to the Senate and mount a strong defense in terms of against the charges which are harmful to him, or obviously harmful to him, then it would open him or endear him again to the people, because all the people need to see is that he provides a reasonable explanation on how maybe acquired wealth, his relationship with Sakaja in terms of against the accusations that he was trying to run or tell Sakaja how to run Nairobi County. So all these things, it would be quite interesting to see how they work out against and for the Deputy President. I do hope that it would be, or rather it's going to be a very momentous occasion in our country, because from that point we may politics of our nation may or may not change forever. So guys, once again, I am urging you to do like this video, leave your comment. If you disagree with our opinion, you can leave your comment. If you agree, also leave your comment. We would really appreciate your feedback. Have a good evening.